Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Investor channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, we're going to cover another token that recently got listed on Coinbase, and this project is called TrueFi or the True token, right? Again, as always guys, I highly recommend you guys to do your own research on any of the projects we cover on our channel. And for this project, I recommend you guys to go to the website TrueFi.io, that is TRUEFI.io, in order to learn more about this project, right? So going back to CoinMarketCap, there is a small description about this project that's provided below, which we'll be using. But again, all the information that's going to be present in this video is going to be peripheral. I suggest you guys to do your own in-depth analysis before you put any of your money on this token, right? So what is TrueFi? TrueFi is a protocol for creating interest-bearing pools with a high APR for liquidity providers. TrueFi includes utility and rewards mechanisms using trust tokens or TRU, and rewards participants for maintaining stable high APRs. So again, there's a lot of information presented here, so let's break it down. So TrueFi is basically a protocol that's aiming to create interest-bearing pools, right? So it's a platform that aims to provide a consistent, stable income through interest-bearing pools, where not only can you get good interest rates on a consistent income source, but you can also earn high APRs, right, for providing liquidity. So if you are looking to provide liquidity to any platform, TrueFi would be your best bet of earning high interest rates, because this is basically where they are trying to provide you with high APRs in order to create interest-bearing pools, right? So TrueFi includes utility and rewards mechanism using trust tokens or TRU, and rewards participants for maintaining stable high APRs. So there's two main ways by which they're trying to provide functionality within this platform, right? The first one is to provide rewards mechanisms for using the TRU token, right? So you will be rewarded for using the TRU token within the platform, and also you would be rewarded for participating in the platform and trying to maintain high stable liquidity pools by providing liquidity constantly. So you'll be rewarded for that as well, right? So the main mechanism by which their APRs work is by providing high liquidity. So if many people provide a lot of liquidity to the platform, the high APR levels are maintained, and thereby everybody benefits from the ecosystem, right? But in events of low participation, the APRs are low, and thereby people don't get rewarded as much. So you have an incentive to participate in this ecosystem, because as more and more people get involved in this, the higher the APR, and therefore the stabler the platform becomes because of its constant liquidity, right? So again, that's basically the overview of this platform. So now going to the TRU token itself. TRU is the native token of the TrueFi protocol and is used for trust token holders ultimately have a say over who is credible borrower in the prediction market. So if you see, there's multiple utilities within the platform, right? And one of the main use cases of using the TRU token is because if you hold TRU tokens, you have a say on who is a credible borrower in the prediction market. So if you want to determine who can technically borrow money from the platform itself, which is a feature that's available within this platform, you can basically you can buy and hold TRU tokens and have a say in their mechanism, in the governance mechanism, right? So that's very important. TRU gives the holder the ability to rate credit for third parties. Again, another mechanism by which you derive value for the TRU token is that it gives holders the ability to rate credit. So you'll be able to rate any form of credit for a user or third parties who want to access funds from the True platform, right? So again, there's so many things that's going on within this platform, not just providing or incentivizing people to provide liquidity. You can also participate in governance. You can also ensure that people who are trying to borrow money from the platform are able to do so, provided they have proper credit in the crypto space. So all those things can be done with the True token, right? So through True credit rating, a permissionless system of credit can be built, which operates purely through incentives. True owners have part ownership in building a new credit system. So apart from just providing liquidity on the platform and gaining liquidity provision rewards, you are also incentivized to hold True tokens, because you are basically allowing for the platform to build a very reputed credit system in a fully decentralized manner, right? So for people who want to borrow funds from the platform, which is possible by the way, people who hold True tokens will be the people who have a final say on whether a person or an entity or a corporation or even institutions can borrow money from the platform. And this happens through a decentralized credit mechanism, which True token holders are able to create, right? So that's a peripheral overview. Let's go to the website itself. So TrueFi, meet TrueFi, the DeFi protocol for uncollateralized lending. So again, right off the bat, they're stating that this is a platform that's useful for getting uncollateralized loans, and it does it based on a very unique mechanism called decentralized credit approvals, which is a very new kind of like development in the crypto space, because when you provide credit scores, you need to provide your identity, right? So in the decentralized space, you don't necessarily have an identity, you only have a wallet address, and trusting someone who doesn't really have an identity and who only has a wallet address is a big deal. And TrueFi is trying to make it possible for uncollateralized lending to happen in a fully trustless manner, but at the same time, people who borrow are responsible for repaying the funds. Otherwise, they have their credit scores reduced in the decentralized environment, which prevents them from borrowing money or funds from other DeFi lending platforms, right? So again, that's how the mechanism works, and that's one of the reasons why TrueFi is one of the most unique projects. So earn high yields on stablecoin loans and borrow capital without collateral. So remember, the first thing that we discussed when we spoke about TrueFi was you can provide liquidity and earn rewards. So that's one of the two main components, right? The second component is obviously taking uncollateralized loans within the platform. So these are some of the main two components that drive TrueFi and True tokens price together, right? So if you want to read more about how TrueFi works, you can click on the read how TrueFi works button, but I'm just going to quickly skip through information on this website. Again, I don't think I can scroll below this, but if you want to go to the top and go to the Medium post, that will be something that will be of interest to you. You can also click the launch app in order to launch the TrueFi dApp itself. So again, the very first information that you see is TrueFi True token is now listed on Coinbase and Coinbase Pro, which is a good thing for True tokens liquidity. So if you see, they have about $1.16 billion in total value locked, and they have about $415 million worth of loan value that was taken out, and they have the total interest of about $2.86 million, right? And the current price is 69 cents, and the market cap is only $256 million in market cap. We'll cover the information quite shortly. And if you see, the circulating supply is 371 million. So again, already you can clearly see that this token is clearly a token that has a high max supply, which is probably one of the only few drawbacks of this project, right? But if you see the farms, this is basically where you get some of the most interesting APRs. If you see in the stablecoin pools, you have really decent yields of 9.9%, 9.72%, and 10.42% respectively for different stablecoin pools. and you can also have lending pools where you can lend out and earn tokens, in the form of true tokens, as well as you can earn rewards on your underlying assets as well, right? So if you provide liquidity, you get an APY of 2.52%, 1.51%, and 2.11% respectively. Again, not really exciting APYs for lending pools, but if you go and you can clearly see that they have multiple different versions of true tokens, like multiple different tokens within the true ecosystem. And overall, if you stake your true tokens in the platform, you can get kind of like staking rewards, and that's pretty much it, right? It's a pretty straightforward platform. There's really nothing exciting or nothing really complicated to understand. It's pretty straightforward platform. But the main thing that you need to understand is that it's a platform that aims to provide uncollateralized lending, and also aims to kind of like make liquidity provision for pools much more feasible, and thereby incentivizing high APYs, right? So going back to the coin market cap page for TrueFi, this token is currently ranked 365th by market cap on coin market cap, and is currently trading at around 38 cents. I don't know why on the website it says 69 cents, but okay, I think it's updated right now. So again, it's currently at 68 cents right now. This token has been kind of like been on a volatile price action. I don't know if it's because of coin market cap or if it's because of the token itself, but the token has been very volatile, especially after the Coinbase listing, because the token literally shot up, as you'll see in a few seconds, and now it's kind of like going downwards, right? So for people who bought at very high prices, don't worry about it. Or if you believe in this project for long term, then I'm pretty sure you will probably at least be able to break even or even make a slightly better profit in the future. But if you sell it right now, you're definitely going to get a guaranteed loss, right? But if we see, the token price is 68 cents per token with a 5.10% decrease in the past 24 hours. And if you see the stats, the market cap is $96.5 million in market cap. Again, this market cap value has been fluctuating. If you see the website, they've stated about 250 million or something, or $230 million in market cap, but now it's kind of like $96.5 million in market cap, again less than $100 million in market cap. So it is a very volatile token. It's not a very unpredictable token, so please be extremely cautious when investing in this token. Since it's in the downward trajectory, it may appear that this is a good price point to buy, but when I show you the charts, you'll probably see that this token is not necessarily at a good buy opportunity, right? At least not as of right now. I think this token can go down even further, but if you see, as the token price goes below, the market cap is going to shrink as well. So have that in mind. You can clearly see that the market cap to total value lock ratio is 0.14, which means the market cap is smaller than the total value locked. So more money is locked in the platform than the token's market cap itself, which shows that this token is relatively undervalued, right? But I would personally say that if you buy at this price point, although you may make some potential gains in the future, it's better to hold off on buying this token, because it's clearly going the downward trajectory, and I believe that it can even break below the 55 to 60 cents range, which will be a good dollar cost averaging to buy, right? But we'll cover that section later. If you see the max supply, this is the most disappointing thing about this project, right? In my personal opinion, this token has a huge max supply. It doesn't really have 1 billion, it has 1.45 billion tokens. Again, that's 450 million tokens more than tokens that have 1 billion tokens as max supply. So again, there is a lot of price slumping that you can see for this token, because this token is going to get beaten down as more and more people receive rewards in true tokens. They're going to dump it and buy another cryptocurrency or cash out and just get into a stable coin. So those kind of things are extremely detrimental for the price of this token, and that's one of the reasons why I personally haven't really invested in this token anytime recently. But again, now that it's listed on Coinbase, I may probably get a small bag, but I don't think I'm going to invest a lot, because if you see the tokenomics, it's mind-blowingly inflationary, and they are literally incentivizing people with inflationary tokens, that is only diluting the actual value of the token, right? But if you see the circulating supply as well, it's only 10% of the token circulation. So the rest of the 90%, imagine if the rest of the 90% gets dumped into the market, you will have some serious price slumping or even a price crash as well. So be extremely cautious. This token is still volatile, and I think a lot of people these days are realizing that Coinbase is listing these tokens, from nowhere, and they're pretty much buying tokens that they think that Coinbase can kind of list. Some of the clues are basically tokens that have been invested by Coinbase Ventures are basically getting a lot of traction these days because people believe that those will be listed soon on Coinbase, right? Which I totally agree with, but at the same time, immediately after the token listing on Coinbase, they dump pretty much all of their bags and slump the price, and the token price takes either a long time to recover or it doesn't even recover at all, right? So having said that, I think TRU has also suffered in that regard, and its tokenomics is only going to make its situation worse because you pretty much have a lot of tokens flooding the market, and that's only bad for the token, right? So I'm not really impressed with the tokenomics, but I'll just move on. So if you see the charts, again, this is basically what I meant when I said this token is still extremely, kind of like close to its all-time highs. It's in fact way above its initial all-time highs of about 60 cents, right? But I think I'm getting way ahead of myself. So going back a bit, if you see the price of this token is available since November of 2020, the token was worth 19 cents per token, and it's kind of had a decline, and it was rallying up early this year. It kind of reached a relative highs of 24 to 26 cents per token, but then it immediately reached an actual all-time highs, its first all-time highs of about 60 cents per token early February this year. It kind of crashed after that and then was kind of making some volatile ups and downs before actually fully crashing to an all-time lows of about 14 cents per token end of June this year, right? It was kind of in and around this area for quite some time until the Coinbase listing, when this token literally went parabolic from 15 cents to an actual all-time highs of about close to 90 cents or 85 cents per token. And now if you see, the token is still quite high from its all-time lows or even from its previous all-time highs, right? So I would say that this token can go lower and lower, and because of the extremely inflationary tokenomics that this token has, I think this token is only going to crash and probably make new all-time lows anytime sooner rather than make newer all-time highs, right? So if you personally want to buy this token, I would obviously suggest you to do your own research, but at the same time, just bear in mind that this token can go lower. So you will definitely get much better buy opportunities than this price point. And for people who bought it at the top here, close to 83 to 85 cents, I suggest you hold on to this token, don't sell it. It's going to be a rough journey, but at the same time, you are going to, at least get another opportunity to break even or even make a slight profit, right? But I would not recommend any newcomer or new buyer to buy this token, or even people who have been in the crypto space for long enough to understand that this token is only going to go downwards. Don't FOMO in, okay? So that's just my personal opinion, guys. Again, not financial advice. But if you go to the Bitcoin comparative, on the other hand, you can clearly see that the token has pretty much been moving sideways most of the time in Bitcoin comparative until recently. The token was initially worth 1,700 or 1,700 satoshis per token late November last year. It was kind of volatile, going to a relative all-time highs of 1,200 or 12,000 satoshis per token, and then kind of like going downwards, and then even touching newer pretty much the old all-time highs every once in a while. But since June or early July this year, the token kind of went to an all-time low of about 3,900 satoshis per token, and then because of the Coinbase listing, this token has pumped to an actual all-time highs of about maybe 15,000 satoshis per token or 18,000 satoshis per token, and now it's kind of like in a declining trend, right? Again, just like the dollar comparative, this token is definitely going to go down even further. In fact, I think this token can easily break the, you know, 5,000 Satoshi mark and even go lower. In the dollar comparative, I think this token can easily break the 50 to 55 cents and even like go below that as well, because there's no real buy pressure, and I think people are literally dumping their token after the Coinbase listing, right? So if you want to buy this token, I would probably hold off on this. There's a lot more good opportunities to buy this token. Take this time to do your own research, because if you buy this token at this time, you're only going to lose a lot of money, right? Again, this is my opinion, guys, not financial advice. If you go to the market section, you can pretty much buy it from Binance, Coinbase, FTX, Uniswap, and so on and so forth, right? So again, you have a lot of liquidity for this token from pretty much all centralized exchanges, pretty much all tier 1 centralized exchanges, as well as decentralized exchanges on the Ethereum blockchain. And I think there's no real issue with the liquidity for this token. But I think the tokenomics are some of the worst that I've seen, and I don't really think that the tokenomics are going to be helpful for this token anytime soon, right? But what's my final verdict, guys? I think this token has an opportunity to attract people who want to kind of like get uncollateralized lending, which is going to be something that's going to be a future of decentralized finance, right? Currently, if you have to take a loan from platforms like Aave, you have to provide a crypto collateral, right? Uncollateralized lending is going to change the future, not only in the DeFi space, but also in the way we think finance works in general, right? And platforms like TrueFi are aiming to do just that. So that's one of the reasons why I'm going to buy a small and tiny bag. It's not going to be much. It's going to be less than 5% or even 3% of my portfolio. I'm going to buy it for long term, but I don't want to buy it at this price point. I'll probably buy it when it's significantly cheaper, right? And I'm going to hodl it, and I believe that by the end of this bull run, this token can easily touch the 90 cents to $1 price mark. But in the mid to long term, it's only going to be a matter of time before we see how much this token has progressed, right? I think with the Coinbase listing, this token has secured its liquidity, and I think since it's already listed on Binance, liquidity wasn't an issue, but Coinbase definitely seals the deal. But it's only going to be interesting to see whether this project delivers on some of its promises and how it aims to, kind of like draw competition away from other projects, right? So that's just my opinion, guys. Again, remember, guys, you guys are not regular investors. You guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. Thank you very much for watching my video, guys. If you like my video, please use the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.